Your specific person is literally a single thought away from texting you. And it has everything to do with how you're actually perceiving them in your reality right now, as well as how you are perceiving the immediate future. Because the way that we view the future, and it is the future because everything in law of assumption is happening right here and right now. But the way we're perceiving the future is actually making us feel a certain type of way right here and right now. And so, honestly, whether you believe me or not, your specific person texting you is a single thought away. And I'll give you an example of this. So, right now, what would you say your specific person is doing? What would you say is their opinion of you? Or what are their thoughts about you? And at this current moment, you don't have to be overly optimistic or positive. You could just say whatever you feel it is. So if you're like, I don't really feel like they think about me, that's okay. But that's what's actually causing us to limit ourselves and our manifestation. Because right now, your specific person is outside of your conscious awareness, right? It's in this quantum state. And so, whatever you actually assume upon them is actually going to be how they show up. And so, that's how it's happening right here and right now. But also, like I mentioned, the way that we are actually perceiving the future has a massive effect on our manifestation, also. Because if you are perceiving your specific person to show up tomorrow as the perfect version for you, or to text you, or to call you, or even in the next few moments, that's how they're going to show up. So you can imagine it as whatever you are picturing or imagining as your future, again, quote unquote, because the future doesn't technically exist. It's all right here and right now. The way that we're actually perceiving the future is our manifestation at work. And you can think of it as like a timeline. So here we are on this timeline and we're moving forward. Our imagination is always basically meeting or creating the path ahead of us. So if we feel we're here right now and we think my specific person is going to text me, our imagination puts that into the timeline and then we meet it, right? That's basically assumptions manifesting in our reality. But the same thing's in the negative. If we assume my specific person is not going to text me, our imagination outpictures that in the future, and then we meet it, and then we don't get exactly what we want. So then with this in mind, you can choose and pick whatever it is that you want, because then your specific person is literally just a thought away from texting you, or more importantly, or more factually, an assumption away from texting you. And as long as we're being like super honest with our assumptions and our beliefs, we'll be thinking, again, how are you actually perceiving the future? If I make the statement, your specific person is a thought away from texting you, how are you perceiving these next few moments? Is it that your specific person reaches out? Or even think about it tomorrow, if the next few moments seem too difficult, or even the next week, or the next month, or the next year. What are you picturing as happening at that time? And you'll find that your current state and your current mood, your current beliefs, your current assumptions, all are based on how you are actually perceiving the future. Because if you knew for a fact that in a week you would be with your specific person, or that your specific person would text you or call you and give you the best message literally a few moments from now, how could you feel negative, worried, fearful, or have any sort of anxiety? And this is the change in perception I want to accomplish that is going to change and help you manifest literally just like that. And if you know that you are going to manifest whatever you are desiring right here and right now, after giving a thumbs up on this video, I want you to comment, my specific person is only a thought away from texting me. Comment that down below. Because I cannot tell you how many success stories have happened in my videos or in my coaching calls just by setting a proper intention like that. And so then also, you want to see or view how we're viewing that future in order to make this a reality. So what's the purpose of imagining the next few moments of your specific person not messaging you? Or even the next day, your specific person not asking you out on a date? Or the next week of your specific person not proposing to you. What is the purpose of that? There literally is no purpose of that. Your imagination can be used so much better. And again, our imagination creates and maintains our assumptions, which then reflects in our reality. Again, I want you to think of it as that timeline, right? We're imagining we're here, we're in the now, and the way we're perceiving the future, that's what we're gonna meet. So tomorrow, manifest or think about your specific person as texting you. In a week from now, imagine them asking you out on a date and taking you out on a town. In a month, imagine them proposing to you. There's literally no limit to what you can do, and this is going to cause where you feel you are right now, you're gonna meet that at whatever point in the future you are imagining that as being. And truly, time has nothing to do with anything. I recently, I think, made a video too talking about how a date on the calendar really doesn't make any sense. So if you think, oh, in a week, I want to be on a date with my specific person, you could be on a date tomorrow. The only difference between now and then is going to be a number on the calendar, right? Because anything you perceive that can happen in between can happen literally right here and right now, literally during this video. In this video, your specific person is literally thinking about, oh my gosh, I should text them. Oh my gosh, I should ask them out on a date. Oh my gosh, I should propose to them. Whatever you want. They are literally thinking and assuming that at this current moment. And once you start to live your life in that way, where each moment you are actually thinking about exactly what you do want rather than what you don't want, you're going to see a massive, massive change. Because I was actually on a coaching call today talking about this idea where they were kind of imagining more of the same happening with their specific person over and over and over again. And though obviously then they kept living out the same things over and over again with their specific person, right? And they kind of felt like they weren't kind of moving, weren't kind of going anywhere. But instead, I told them about this idea and they were so excited to make massive, massive changes and improvements. As well as I wanted to give you a success story from one of my members that I think really, really proves this idea as well. So I'll put it up on the screen. So this person said, I got movement last 3 days. I started taking it seriously. My mental diet and affirming after your 24-hour challenge video. So I made a challenge video of in 24 hours to manifest the most that you possibly can. And literally one of my members is absolutely killing the game every single day. The next 3 days after doing that is getting movement and changing their reality. Because I like also they use the word seriously. They're taking it seriously because seriously, you can change your reality by just picturing something different is happening. What is it that you want to happen? Because when you actually picture your future in that way, you're actually imagining having it right now. In the same way that if I were to say, if you knew for a fact that you would be with your specific person next week, how would you feel right now? And you would feel calm, you would feel happy, you would feel abundant, you'd feel really, really good, right? And that's only because we know for a fact it's already done. But all of your manifestations are already done. Just like this individual, you have the ability to change and create everything in your reality. Maybe it's this video, or maybe it is the 24-hour challenge video that gets that going. But once you start to really be conscious about the way you're picturing your reality, that's how you are going to see your entire reality begin to change and your specific person to show up exactly how you want. If you did have any questions on this idea, just make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Remember, you can also reach out to me for a personal question. Let me know of your successes, worries, fears, anxieties at kyleaugustcoaching.com. As well as if you are a member, because I am doing guided meditations, let me know as a member what kind of guided meditations you guys want to be listening to and feeling and getting into the state of every day. If there's a specific event, time, or date you want to experience with your specific person, comment that down below along with your other comment of setting an intention, and I would love to create it personally for you. Thanks again so much for stopping by today, and I can't wait to see you in the next video tomorrow. And remember, your specific person is only a thought away from texting you.